Google I/O 2026 shipped free on-device AI in Chrome, and I tried to delete a $41 a month Appear bill by lunchtime Saturday. If you're a solo SaaS founder eyeing that same line item, thinking Gemini Nano just made your paid model obsolete, this is the weekend I already burned so you don't have to. Most recap videos will list the announcements. I'm answering the only question that matters. Does the migration survive contact with real users? I run this exact trade-off for a live invoicing SaaS with Serbian bookkeepers. I rolled it back after 48 hours, and the reason isn't what the demo shows. Here's the setup. The product is an invoicing tool for small bookkeepers. Inside the dashboard, there's a small AI helper that explains line items and suggests expense categories. Nothing fancy. One prompt in, one paragraph out. It runs on a hosted API, costs about $41 a month at current volume, and the median response time is around 340 milliseconds. It works in every browser because it's a server call. That's the baseline. When Google I/O 2026 landed and built-in AI in Chrome went from origin trial to actually shippable, the pitch was obvious. Gemini Nano runs on the user's device. Zero API cost. Lower latency, because there's no network hop. Same rough capability for short explainer text. So Saturday morning, I put the swap behind a feature flag. About 40 lines of code. The interface stayed identical. The client just checked if window.ai was available. And if yes, it called the on-device model instead of my backend. In Chrome Dev, on my machine, it was beautiful. Median latency dropped to around 180 milliseconds. Answers were fine for the use case. I almost shipped it to everyone. Then I looked at real session data. This is where the story turns. Built-in AI needs a recent Chrome desktop build and roughly 4 gigs of available VR RAM to load the model. My users are Serbian small business bookkeepers. They're on 5-year-old laptops. A lot of them work from mobile, and a meaningful chunk are still on Edge or Firefox because their accounting portal requires it. When I ran coverage against 2 days of live sessions, only 58% of sessions could actually load Gemini Nano. The other 42% either silently fell back to my paid API, which meant I saved nothing on those users, or on a bad code path just showed a broken helper. That 42% is the whole story. If you're a consumer product with a young Chrome-heavy audience, the math works. If you're B2B SaaS, selling into offices with old hardware and locked-down browsers, you are not replacing your API. You are adding a second code path you now have to maintain. The second problem is worse, and nobody in the announcement videos talks about it. When the model runs on the user's device, you have no server-side log of the prompt or the response. Monday morning, a bookkeeper opens a support ticket that says, "The AI told me to categorize this as travel, and it should be office supplies." If you want the exact feature flag pattern I used, including the coverage detection snippet that told me the truth about which browsers could actually run this, it's on BizflowAI.io, along with real examples of automations we ship for clients.